You are not where you are by chance. You are here because of the choices you've made, the thoughts you've nurtured, and the actions you've taken, no more, no less. But here's the truth that many overlook. The person you are right now is not the person you have to remain. Beneath the surface within you lies a sleeping giant, a force of limitless potential. The question is, are you ready to awaken it? Your success begins with a single, simple truth. You are capable of far more than you realize. Your thoughts shape the direction of your life. If you want to change your life, change your thinking. Most people live in a state of fear and uncertainty, paralyzed by the question of, what if I fail? The truth is, failure doesn't exist until you quit. Fear is an illusion. It is nothing more than a self-imposed limitation designed to keep you in your comfort zone. The first step in awakening the giant within you is belief. If you do not believe in your own potential, nothing you do will matter. Your belief is the foundation on which everything else is built. It is your belief that will carry you through when the world tells you to stop, when your mind tells you it's too difficult, and when the journey seems impossible. Believe in yourself, and the rest will follow. But belief alone is not enough. You need purpose-driven action. If you don't have a clear, burning desire to achieve something greater, you will drift aimlessly, consumed by distractions, never getting closer to your potential. Without purpose, there is no direction. Without direction, there is no progress. Define your purpose clearly, and let it guide every single step you take. You must also learn to overcome fear. Fear is the enemy of progress, and it operates by keeping you stuck in a place of complacency. Every time you let fear control you, you deny your true power. You must learn to face fear directly, to step into the unknown with the certainty that you can handle whatever comes your way. The more you face fear, the less power it has over you. Fear is a liar, and the giant within you is far stronger than any fear you might encounter. To unleash that power, you need to master self-discipline. It is the most powerful force at your disposal. Desire without discipline is nothing more than a fleeting wish. Discipline is what turns dreams into reality. Consistency, perseverance, and unwavering focus will drive you forward, even on days when you feel like giving up. Remember, success is not an event, it's a habit. Develop the habits of a winner, and success will follow you. Your mindset is the key to everything. See opportunity where others see defeat, and you will change your life. Your thoughts determine your circumstances, and your circumstances are a reflection of your thoughts. When you train your mind to seek growth, to seek solutions, and to see challenges as opportunities for growth, you start to align yourself with success. The power to change your life lies in your ability to control your mind. But none of this will matter if you quit when things get tough. Persistence is the secret weapon of the successful. The path to greatness is riddled with obstacles, failures, and setbacks, but true strength is not measured by how many times you succeed. It's measured by how many times you rise after falling. Never ever quit. Keep going. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. And finally, understand that there are universal laws at work that support those who take purposeful, consistent action. When you align yourself with these laws, when you commit to your goals with passion and unwavering determination, the universe will move to open doors for you. Act with conviction, and the world will make way for you. So now, the question is no longer, can you achieve greatness? The question is, will you choose to awaken the sleeping giant within you? The choice is yours. The time is now. Do not let another moment pass without stepping into the power that lies within you. Awaken the giant, and let the world see what you are truly capable of. Your reality begins with a single, powerful truth. What you believe, you become. Every great achievement in history, every extraordinary feat, was first a thought, a belief in someone's mind. If you believe you are capable of greatness, the universe will align itself to help you realize that greatness. But if you believe that you are limited, that success is reserved for others, then the world will show you exactly that. Belief is the foundation of everything. It is the fuel that propels you from where you are today to where you want to go tomorrow. Belief is not passive. It is not a simple wish or hope. Belief is an active force. It drives action. It changes the way you think, and it pushes you to keep moving forward even when the world says no. Without belief, you are nothing more than a dreamer, sitting on the sidelines of life, hoping for something to happen. But when you believe in your potential, you become unstoppable. You don't wait for opportunities to come to you, you create your own. You don't wait for permission, you take action. Your belief in yourself is the spark that ignites the fire of your success. Many people struggle with belief because they are constantly bombarded with doubt, fear, and the opinions of others. They are conditioned by their environment, by past failures, and by the expectations of society. But true belief transcends these limitations. It is not based on what you've done in the past, nor is it dependent on how the world views you. It is rooted in your understanding of who you are at your core, your potential, your ability, and your power. Belief is a declaration that says, I am worthy of success. I am capable of achieving my dreams, and I will not stop until I do. The most powerful people in history, the most successful, were not always the most talented or the most fortunate. They were the ones who believed in their ability to succeed, no matter what the circumstances. Take any person who has accomplished something remarkable, and you will find a deep, unwavering belief in themselves. They didn't allow setbacks to define them. They didn't allow failures to stop them. Instead, they used every challenge as fuel for their belief. Belief doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It doesn't need a guarantee of success. It simply believes and moves forward regardless. Belief is contagious. When you believe in yourself, others will begin to believe in you too. People are drawn to confidence and conviction. When you walk into a room with the unwavering belief that you can accomplish anything, others will begin to see you in that light. Your belief becomes your power, and that power attracts those who will help you along your journey. Your belief in yourself becomes the magnet that draws success, opportunity, and people into your life. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. It's about having the confidence to keep moving even when the road is unclear. It's important to note that belief is not a passive force, it's an active decision. Every single day you must make the conscious choice to believe in your potential. This is the hard part for many people. It's easy to believe when things are going well, when success seems within reach. But the true test of belief is how you hold on to it when the storm clouds gather, when the challenges arise, and when everything feels uncertain. Real belief is not tested in times of ease, but in moments of difficulty. So how do you cultivate belief when it seems difficult? The answer lies in repetition. Belief is built through consistent positive thinking, affirmations, and action. Every day you must feed your mind with thoughts that reinforce your belief in yourself. You must surround yourself with people who uplift you, who challenge you to be your best, and who remind you of your potential. Belief is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong process. You must nurture it, protect it, and grow it. This is why self-talk is crucial. The thoughts you think about yourself are either strengthening your belief or weakening it. If you constantly tell yourself that you can't do something, that you're not good enough, or that success is impossible, then you are feeding your mind with negativity. But if you tell yourself that you are capable, that you have the ability to overcome any challenge, and that success is inevitable, then you are building the very foundation upon which success will stand. Remember, belief is not about blind faith. It's not about hoping for the best without taking action. True belief is an unwavering confidence in your own ability, combined with the willingness to take the necessary steps to make your dreams a reality. It's about taking massive action, regardless of how uncertain things may seem, because you know deep down that you have what it takes. Every time you push through a challenge, your belief grows stronger. Every time you achieve something, no matter how small, it reinforces the idea that you are capable of more. Belief is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. It's not something that happens overnight, but through dedication, persistence, and a deep commitment to yourself. Belief is the starting point of all achievement. Without it, nothing else matters. You can have all the talent in the world, all the resources at your disposal. But without belief in yourself, you will never reach your full potential. Belief is what propels you when the going gets tough. It's what fuels you when others doubt you, and it's what keeps you moving forward when you want to give up. Believe in yourself with every fiber of your being. Do not let anyone, including yourself, tell you that you cannot achieve your dreams. You are the creator of your own destiny, and it begins with the belief that you are worthy of success, happiness, and greatness. Believe in yourself, and the world will respond in kind. Action without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, adrift, lost, and directionless. Purpose is the force that turns intention into reality. It is the driving engine behind everything you do, and without it, you are simply moving through life, reacting to events rather than creating them. When you have a clear, defined purpose, every action you take becomes a step closer to your goal. Purpose gives meaning to action, and action fuels progress. Far too many people go through life without ever asking themselves, what is my true purpose? They wake up each day and go through the motions, working, living, existing, but they do not know why. They live in a state of confusion, not fully aware of the power they hold within themselves. Without a purpose, you are a mere passenger in the journey of life, rather than the captain of your own destiny. Purpose is what fuels your passions, shapes your decisions, and clarifies your vision. It aligns your energy with your deepest desires and connects you with the strength to pursue them relentlessly. When you have a purpose, you are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. Purpose is what transforms dreams into goals, and goals into action. It helps you cut through the noise of daily distractions and focus on what truly matters. The world is full of noise, opinions, expectations, distractions, but purpose is the compass that keeps you on course. Without purpose, even your best efforts are wasted. But with a clear sense of direction, each step you take brings you closer to your desired outcome, no matter how difficult the journey may be. Purpose also gives you the resilience needed to overcome obstacles. The road to success is not a smooth one, and it is filled with setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. But purpose fuels persistence. When you know why you are doing something, when you are deeply connected to your why, you can endure the hard times. You can push through the moments when giving up seems like the easier option. Purpose provides you with the mental and emotional stamina to keep moving forward, no matter how tough things get. A person without purpose is like a body without a heart. Your heart is what gives life to your actions. Without a heart, there is no drive, no passion, no vision. But when you operate from a place of purpose, you begin to see everything in a new light. Every task, no matter how small, takes on greater significance. Every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth. Purpose gives everything you do meaning. It ensures that no matter what obstacles you face, you remain aligned with your deepest values and goals. Purpose also has the power to ignite others. When you are driven by a clear, compelling purpose, others are drawn to your energy. People are attracted to those who have a vision, who know where they are going, and who are passionate about achieving their goals. Your purpose becomes a beacon, guiding not just yourself, but others toward a common vision. Whether in your personal life, your business, or any endeavor, purpose becomes contagious. It inspires and motivates others to take action just as you have. To live a purpose-driven life is to live with intention, to make every decision and every action count. Purpose is what allows you to live with passion. It's not just about setting goals. It's about aligning your goals with your deepest values and desires. When you align your actions with your true purpose, there is a sense of fulfillment, an inner peace that comes from knowing that you are on the right path. You stop wasting energy on things that don't matter and focus only on what serves your greater vision. Purpose-driven action requires clarity. You cannot take effective action without a clear understanding of what you want to achieve. Without clarity, your efforts will be scattered, ineffective, and lack focus. When your purpose is clear, everything else falls into place. Your decisions become easier, your actions more deliberate, and your progress more consistent. Clarity in purpose turns uncertainty into confidence, and confidence turns action into results. When you are clear about your purpose, you become unstoppable. Your purpose becomes the foundation upon which all your efforts are built. It's the lens through which you view the world, the filter through which you make every decision. It provides focus, structure, and a sense of direction. Without purpose, you are like a candle burning brightly but without a wick to keep the flame steady. Purpose provides that wick, ensuring that your efforts are sustained and aligned with your vision. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common: purpose-driven action. They know exactly why they do what they do, and their every action is aimed at fulfilling that purpose. Their decisions are purposeful. Their time is invested with intention. Success is not about luck, talent, or resources. It's about having a clear purpose and taking consistent action toward that purpose. It's about having the courage to say no to distractions and focus your energy on what matters most. Taking purpose-driven action also requires discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Once you identify your purpose, you must have the discipline to stay the course. You must make sacrifices, eliminate distractions, and commit to doing whatever it takes to move forward. Discipline turns your purpose into reality, even when the initial excitement fades and the hard work sets in. It's easy to feel motivated at the start of a journey, but it's discipline that carries you through when the road becomes long and difficult. Every step you take toward your purpose strengthens your resolve and reinforces your belief in the path you've chosen. The more purpose-driven action you take, the clearer your purpose becomes. Purpose doesn't just guide you, it shapes you. It molds your character, refines your focus, and sharpens your skills. Each day, each action brings you closer to the person you are meant to be and the life you are meant to live. In the end, purpose-driven action is not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about living with intention and creating a life that is aligned with your deepest values. It's about making every action count, staying true to your vision, and ensuring that every step you take is one step closer to realizing your dreams. When you act with purpose, everything changes. You become the creator of your own reality, the architect of your own success, and the master of your own destiny. Fear is not a real obstacle. Fear is simply a thought. It's an illusion that exists only in your mind, a mental barrier designed to hold you back, to keep you small, to keep you from reaching your fullest potential. Fear masquerades as something that's bigger than you, stronger than you, but in reality, fear is powerless if you choose not to believe in it. You are stronger than any fear you face. Fear may be loud, persistent, and convincing, but it is no match for your determination, your will, and your courage. The moment you allow fear to control you, you give up your power. You become a victim to your own thoughts, believing that fear is something you must accept, something you must obey. But the truth is, you control your thoughts. You control the narrative. You can either allow fear to dominate you, or you can choose to rise above it. The choice is yours, and it always has been. Fear thrives on uncertainty. It grows when you do not know what lies ahead, when you cannot predict the outcome of your actions. But uncertainty is the breeding ground of success. Every opportunity, every breakthrough exists in the unknown. Without fear, there is no courage. Courage doesn't appear when you are certain, when you have all the answers. Courage shows up when you don't know what's going to happen, when you're stepping into uncharted territory, and yet you take that first step anyway. Fear is the resistance that challenges your courage. If you're going to grow, if you're going to expand into the person you're meant to be, you must learn to embrace uncertainty and push through fear. The fear of failure is one of the most common and paralyzing fears people face. Many hold themselves back because they are afraid of not succeeding, of falling short of their expectations, or of being judged by others. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. It's a necessary ingredient in the recipe of achievement. Without failure, there can be no progress. Every failure teaches you something valuable. It reveals your weaknesses, challenges your limitations, and shows you where you need to grow. Failure is not to be feared. It's to be learned from. The greatest achievements in life have been preceded by failure, and the people who succeeded were the ones who refused to be stopped by it. You cannot let the fear of failure prevent you from taking action. Every successful person has failed at some point. What sets them apart is that they kept going. Fear also thrives on comparison. Fear feeds off your insecurity and doubt. When you compare yourself to others, you diminish your own value. You tell yourself that you are not good enough, that you don't measure up, that someone else is better or more capable than you. But the truth is, no one can be you better than you can be yourself. You are unique, with your own strengths, your own perspective, and your own power. Comparison is the thief of confidence. It takes away your ability to see your own potential, your own value. The moment you stop comparing yourself to others, you take away fear's hold on you. You are your only competitor, and as long as you are improving, as long as you are progressing, you are winning. Another source of fear is the fear of judgment. What will others think of me? This question paralyzes so many people, causing them to stay small, to hide their true selves, to never take the risks they know they should. But in truth, others are not as focused on you as you think they are. Most people are wrapped up in their own fears, their own insecurities, and their own struggles. The truth is, people's opinions of you are none of your business. You will never please everyone. You will never meet everyone's expectations. And that's okay. The only opinion that matters is your own. When you stop living for the approval of others, you free yourself from fear's grip. You are no longer restricted by the judgment of those who don't truly understand your vision or your journey. You are free to live your life according to your own values, your own truth. One of the most powerful ways to overcome fear is through action. Fear is paralyzing because it keeps you stuck in your head, in a loop of what-ifs and imagined scenarios. The only way to break this cycle is to take action, even if it's imperfect action. When you act in spite of fear, you begin to prove to yourself that fear does not have power over you. Every action you take is a step toward dismantling the fear that tries to hold you back. Action breeds confidence, and confidence diminishes fear. The more you face your fears head-on, the less control they have over you. You start to see fear for what it really is, a temporary obstacle, not a permanent roadblock. Fear is the mind's way of keeping you safe. But safety is often the enemy of progress. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. If you always stay in the safe zone, if you never push past your fears, you will never reach your full potential. Fear will always try to keep you where you are. It doesn't want you to grow, to change, or to challenge yourself. But you must realize that safety is an illusion. Growth requires discomfort. If you want to reach new heights, you must be willing to face the discomfort of fear and move forward anyway. It's also important to understand that fear is not something to be eliminated, but something to be managed. Fear will always be a part of the journey, but it no longer has to control you. You don't need to eliminate fear, you need to learn to dance with it, to keep moving forward even when it's present. Fear can be a powerful ally if you allow it to be. It can be a sign that you are on the verge of growth, that you are about to step into a new chapter of your life. Embrace fear as a signal that you are stretching, evolving, and moving closer to your potential. Ultimately, fear is not the enemy. It is a guide. It shows you where you are ready to grow, and it challenges you to step outside of your comfort zone. Fear only holds power over you if you let it. The moment you decide to face it, to confront it head-on, is the moment you begin to unlock your true strength and potential. You have the power to overcome any fear that stands in your way. It's time to stop letting fear control you and start letting courage lead the way. Self-discipline is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. Without discipline, even the greatest potential is wasted. It is the inner strength that keeps you moving forward when the initial excitement fades, when the distractions arise, and when the easy path calls to you. Discipline is not just about willpower, it's about the ability to make decisions that align with your long-term vision, to act in accordance with your values, and to push through the discomfort in order to achieve greatness. Mastery of self-discipline is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who simply dream. It is easy to talk about your goals, to fantasize about success, but without the consistent action that discipline demands, your dreams remain nothing more than fleeting thoughts. Self-discipline is the commitment to your goals, even when the process is tough. even when the results are not immediately visible, and even when your mind tries to tell you to. Stop. It is a constant choice to stay the course, to stay focused, and to do what needs to be done, even when every part of you is telling you to give up. In a world full of distractions, where instant gratification is just a click away, self-discipline has become the rarest and most valuable skill you can possess. Everyone wants success, but not everyone is willing to pay the price. The price of success is not just hard work. It is the ability to stay consistent, to push through the difficult days, and to keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Without self-discipline, even the best strategies will fall short. You may have a vision, but it will be the disciplined execution of that vision that will turn it into reality. One of the most powerful aspects of self-discipline is the ability to delay gratification. The world tells you to seek comfort, to take the easy road, and to give in to temptation. But self-discipline says, I am willing to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term success. It means choosing the difficult, uncomfortable option today because you know that it will lead you to where you want to be tomorrow. Whether it's waking up early to work on your goals, passing on immediate indulgences in favor of future achievements, or resisting distractions that keep you from your path, discipline is the willingness to pay the price today for a better tomorrow. Self-discipline is not about denying yourself everything, but about making deliberate choices that serve your purpose. It's about saying no to the things that don't align with your values, and yes to the things that move you closer to your vision. It's the ability to choose your actions with intention rather than being controlled by your impulses. Every decision you make, every action you take, is either building toward your future or taking you away from it. Self-discipline is about taking control of your decisions, not letting them control you. Mastering self-discipline also means developing the ability to stay focused on your goals, even when obstacles arise. Life will always present challenges. It will always throw distractions in your path, but those who master self-discipline understand that distractions are just part of the process. They don't allow setbacks to define them. Instead, they use them as opportunities to grow stronger, to stay more focused, and to move forward with even more determination. Every challenge is simply a test of your commitment, a chance to show yourself how strong your discipline truly is. Self-discipline also requires setting clear boundaries. In the absence of discipline, we often find ourselves pulled in many directions, by other people's expectations, by the demands of life, and by our own impulses. Boundaries are the walls that protect your time, energy, and focus. Without boundaries, you are at the mercy of whatever comes your way. You must establish clear lines between what you are willing to invest your time and energy into and what you are not. Self-discipline means saying no when you need to, in order to protect your goals, your energy, and your focus. Another critical aspect of self-discipline is the ability to persevere, even when the journey feels long and arduous. Discipline is not about motivation, it's about habit. Motivation comes and goes. It is fleeting, often dependent on how you feel in the moment. But discipline is a daily choice. It is a commitment you make to yourself to show up, even when you don't feel like it, even when the circumstances are not ideal, and even when success seems far off. Discipline is the power to stay consistent, to keep moving forward no matter how long it takes. One of the most difficult challenges in developing self-discipline is managing your mind. Your mind is your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. If you cannot control your thoughts, your actions will be driven by impulse and emotion rather than purpose. Mastering self-discipline requires you to master your mind, to take control of the voices inside your head that tell you to quit, to procrastinate, or to give in to temptation. It means practicing mindfulness, staying focused on the task at hand, and constantly realigning your thoughts with your goals. When you learn to master your thoughts, you gain mastery over your actions. And when you gain mastery over your actions, you gain mastery over your life. Another important element of self-discipline is taking personal responsibility. Discipline requires you to take full ownership of your actions, your decisions, and your results. It means not blaming others for your circumstances or making excuses for why things didn't work out. You are in control of your life, When you take responsibility for your actions, you empower yourself. You stop waiting for external factors to change, and you start changing your internal state to align with your goals. Responsibility is the key to taking disciplined action, because it puts the power back in your hands. The journey to mastering self-discipline is not an easy one, but it is one of the most rewarding journeys you can embark on. Self-discipline leads to personal freedom. It may seem paradoxical, but the more disciplined you become, the more freedom you gain. The freedom to make choices that align with your purpose, the freedom to create the life you want, and the freedom to be in control of your future. Self-discipline is the key to unlocking your fullest potential. It is the foundation of all success, and it is the one trait that, when mastered, will carry you to greatness. A positive mindset is not just a state of mind. It is a powerful force that shapes your reality. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world, and it determines how you respond to every situation. It's the key to unlocking your potential, to overcoming challenges, and to achieving success in any area of life. A positive mindset doesn't just change how you think, it changes what you believe is possible, and it transforms the actions you take toward your goals. The world is filled with challenges, setbacks, and negativity, but your mindset is the one thing you can control. No matter what external circumstances you face, a positive mindset empowers you to see opportunities where others see obstacles. It enables you to face difficulties with resilience, to find solutions where others find excuses, and to maintain a sense of hope and possibility even in the darkest of times. A positive mindset shifts your focus from problems to possibilities, from limitations to potential, and from doubt to confidence. People often underestimate the power of their thoughts. Thoughts are not just fleeting ideas. They are seeds that grow into beliefs, and beliefs shape your actions. If you constantly feed your mind with negative thoughts, you are building a foundation of doubt, fear, and insecurity. But when you choose to focus on positive thoughts, you lay the groundwork for success, optimism, and confidence. The mind is like a garden. What you plant, you will reap. A positive mindset is the result of intentionally planting seeds of gratitude, hope, and possibility in your mental garden. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. It means choosing to approach life's difficulties with a sense of empowerment, knowing that you have the ability to handle whatever comes your way. It means refusing to be consumed by negativity, and instead choosing to focus on what you can control, the way you think, the way you react, and the actions you take. Life is full of uncertainty, but a positive mindset helps you navigate it with strength, clarity, and purpose. One of the most important aspects of a positive mindset is the ability to practice gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to negativity. It is impossible to be truly negative when you are focused on what you are thankful for. When you take time every day to reflect on the things you are grateful for, you shift your focus away from what you lack, and instead focus on the abundance that already exists in your life. Gratitude rewires your brain to see the good, even in difficult situations. It helps you stay grounded, optimistic, and open to the positive possibilities that life has to offer. A positive mindset also requires you to believe in your own worth and abilities. Self-doubt is one of the greatest obstacles to success, and it is often the result of negative thinking. If you don't believe in yourself, you won't take the actions necessary to achieve your goals. A positive mindset helps you overcome this self-doubt by reinforcing your belief in your own potential. When you believe that you are capable of achieving greatness, you act with confidence, resilience, and purpose. You stop letting fear and insecurity hold you back, and instead, you move forward with the certainty that you can create the life you desire. Another key element of a positive mindset is the power of optimism. Optimism is the ability to see the best in every situation, to maintain hope even when things aren't going as planned. It is the belief that things can improve, that there is always a way forward, and that no setback is permanent. Optimism fuels your perseverance. When you maintain an optimistic outlook, you are more likely to take proactive steps toward your goals, even when you encounter obstacles. Optimism is not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing to focus on the potential for positive change, even when the road is tough. A positive mindset also helps you embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. Failure is not the end. It's a part of the journey. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go according to plan, but a positive mindset helps you see failure in a new light. Rather than viewing failure as a defeat, you begin to see it as a lesson, an opportunity for growth. Each failure brings with it valuable insights that can help you improve and refine your approach. With a positive mindset, you are more likely to bounce back stronger after a setback because you see failure not as an obstacle, but as a part of the process toward achieving your goals. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is also crucial for maintaining a positive mindset. You become the average of the people you spend the most time with. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and pessimism, it becomes harder to maintain a positive outlook. But when you surround yourself with positive, supportive, and encouraging people, their energy will lift you up and inspire you to keep moving forward. A positive environment fosters a positive mindset. The people you choose to associate with can either empower or drain you, so it's important to seek out relationships that nurture your growth and reinforce your belief in what is possible. Another powerful tool for cultivating a positive mindset is visualization. Visualization is the process of vividly imagining your desired outcome, seeing yourself succeeding, and feeling the emotions associated with that success. When you regularly visualize your goals and the success you want to achieve, you program your mind to believe that it is possible. Visualization boosts your confidence, strengthens your belief in your abilities, and helps you stay motivated to take action. The more vividly you can imagine your success, the more likely you are to achieve it. A positive mindset also requires you to be kind to yourself. Self-compassion is essential for maintaining a positive outlook, especially when things don't go as planned. We all make mistakes and experience setbacks, but how you treat yourself in those moments determines how quickly you can bounce back. A positive mindset involves being gentle with yourself, forgiving yourself for past mistakes, and using those experiences to learn and grow. When you practice self-compassion, you remove the harsh self-criticism that can hold you back, and instead, you give yourself the encouragement and support you need to keep moving forward. The key to cultivating a positive mindset is understanding that it is not something that happens overnight. It is a skill that must be developed and practiced daily. It takes time and effort to rewire your brain to focus on the positive, but the results are worth it. When you embrace a positive mindset, you shift your energy, your actions, and your life in a new direction. A positive mindset empowers you to take bold action, overcome obstacles, and create the life you truly desire. It is the foundation of success, happiness, and fulfillment, and it starts with the choice to see the world through a lens of possibility and hope. When life knocks you down, the true measure of your character is not in how hard you fall, but in how you rise. Persistence is the unwavering force that propels you forward, even when everything around you seems designed to stop you. It's the relentless determination to keep moving, even when the road is steep, when the obstacles are high, and when the world seems to be pushing against you. Adversity will come, and it will test your resolve. But it is in those moments that persistence becomes your greatest ally, the tool that turns setbacks into stepping stones and failures into triumphs. Persistence is not about avoiding challenges, but about meeting them head-on with an unshakable commitment to your goals. Life is full of challenges, some of which are beyond your control, but your response to adversity is entirely within your hands. How you respond determines whether you will be broken by life's difficulties or whether you will rise above them and emerge stronger. Persistence doesn't just make you endure, it makes you thrive despite hardship. It's the fuel that keeps the fire of your dreams burning, even when everything else seems to be burning down around you. Many people give up too soon. They encounter their first real setback, and they retreat, convinced that they are not capable, that success is for someone else, or that the universe is against them. But the people who achieve greatness, the ones who create the lives they want, are not the ones who never face adversity. They are the ones who refuse to be defeated by it. They understand that every failure, every setback, is not a sign that they are on the wrong path, but a part of the journey to success. Persistence is the difference between giving up and pushing through the struggle. When adversity strikes, it often brings with it fear, doubt, and discouragement. The temptation to quit can be overwhelming, but persistence requires you to move forward even when you don't feel like it, even when you doubt yourself, and even when the path ahead looks uncertain. It is about making the choice to keep going, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's about trusting the process, trusting yourself, and knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Persistence also means staying committed to your vision, even when the results are not immediately apparent. Success rarely happens overnight. It takes time, effort, and consistent action. But when you are persistent, you keep going even when progress is slow. Every small victory, every small step forward, is a building block that brings you closer to your ultimate goal. You may not see the results immediately, but persistence keeps you on course, even when you can't see the finish line. It helps you keep your eyes on the prize, even when the road seems endless. Another key aspect of persistence is resilience. Resilience is your ability to bounce back from setbacks, to recover from failure, and to keep moving forward. Life will test you. It will throw curveballs that you never saw coming, but resilience means that you don't let those setbacks define you. You learn from them, you grow stronger, and you use them to fuel your determination. Persistence and resilience go hand in hand. You cannot be persistent without resilience, and you cannot be resilient without persistence. Together, they create the power to overcome anything that stands in your way. It's important to remember that persistence is not a one-time decision. It is a daily choice. It's a mindset that you must adopt every day. Every morning you decide that you are going to face the day with determination and resolve. Every time you encounter a challenge, you choose to confront it rather than run from it. Persistence is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making the most of the moment you have and continuing to move forward no matter what. One of the greatest strengths of persistence is its ability to transform adversity into opportunity. When faced with challenges, persistent people do not see obstacles as insurmountable. They see them as chances to grow, to learn, and to evolve. Every adversity is a lesson in disguise, a chance to build character, develop new skills, and refine your approach. When you persist, you not only move closer to your goal, you become better, stronger, and more capable. Adversity is a tool that helps you hone your abilities and sharpen your resolve. It makes you better prepared for the success that will eventually come. Persistence is also about having faith in your ability to figure things out, no matter how complicated the situation may seem. Challenges often come with no clear solution, no easy answer. But persistence gives you the confidence to keep searching, to keep working, and to keep trying, even when you don't have all the answers. When you persist, you don't give up because things are hard. You dig deeper, you think harder, and you find a way to make it work. The power of persistence lies not in its ability to avoid adversity, but in its ability to overcome it. Every time you face a challenge and keep going, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. Persistence builds confidence, strengthens your resolve, and reminds you that nothing is impossible if you refuse to quit. The more you persist, the more you unlock your own potential. You realize that the only true failure is in giving up. As long as you keep moving forward, you are winning. Another essential aspect of persistence is the ability to maintain a long-term perspective. Adversity can make you feel as though your dreams are slipping away, but persistence requires you to zoom out and see the bigger picture. Your journey is not defined by any single moment of difficulty. It is the sum of your consistent efforts over time that leads to success. When you keep your eyes on the long-term goal and you understand that success is built through perseverance, every setback becomes just another temporary hurdle on the path to your future. Persistence in the face of adversity requires patience. It's not about rushing the process or expecting immediate results. Greatness is built on a foundation of time, effort, and consistency. Persistence teaches you that every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. It teaches you that success is not a destination, it's a journey, and the only way to fail is to stop walking. Persistence is not a trait that you are born with. It is a skill that you develop, a mindset that you cultivate, and a muscle that you strengthen through action. When you persist in the face of adversity, you become unstoppable. It is this relentless determination that will carry you through the hardest of times and lead you to the success you desire. There is a power greater than what you can see, a force that governs the entire universe. And when you align yourself with these laws, you unlock the potential to manifest your greatest desires. These laws are not just abstract concepts, they are the fundamental principles that shape everything in existence. Whether you realize it or not, they are at work in your life every day, guiding you, influencing your experiences, and determining the outcomes of your efforts. Aligning yourself with these universal laws is the key to living a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. The universe operates in a series of laws, unseen yet powerful. These laws are constant, and they apply to everyone, regardless of background, circumstance, or belief. When you learn to recognize and work in harmony with them, life flows with ease. Everything becomes more aligned, more purposeful, and more effortless. But when you fight against these laws, you encounter resistance, struggle, and frustration. The secret to true success and personal power lies in understanding and aligning with the universal laws that govern the world. One of the most fundamental of these laws is the law of attraction. Like attracts like, and your thoughts, feelings, and actions attract corresponding experiences into your life. This law is based on the principle that energy flows where focus goes. If you focus your energy on positive thoughts, on abundance, on success, then you will attract those very things into your life. When you align your mindset with the energy of what you want to attract, the universe conspires to bring it to you. It's not about wishful thinking. It's about consciously aligning your energy with your desires, knowing that your inner world shapes your outer reality. But the law of attraction is just one of many universal laws that guide our existence. There is also the law of cause and effect, which states that every action has a corresponding reaction. Everything you do has consequences, and those consequences are a direct reflection of the energy and intentions you put into the world. When you align yourself with this law, you realize that every choice you make, every word you speak, and every action you take creates ripples in the universe. You must be conscious of the energy you send out, because it will always return to you in some form, good or bad. Another crucial law is the law of correspondence, which teaches that what happens on the outside is a reflection of what is happening on the inside. Your external reality is a mirror of your internal state. If you want to see positive change in your life, you must first cultivate that change within yourself. It all starts with your mindset, your beliefs, and the way you perceive the world. When you align your inner thoughts and emotions with the vision of the life you want, you will see that vision reflected in your outer circumstances. The law of vibration is also integral to alignment with universal laws. Everything in the universe is energy, and all energy vibrates at a certain frequency. The higher your vibration, the more in tune you are with the flow of the universe. To align with this law, you must elevate your energy by practicing gratitude, love, positivity, and peace. When your vibration is high, you attract the experiences, people, and opportunities that are in alignment with that energy. It's a natural law. The higher your vibration, the more abundant and positive your life will become. Equally important is the law of polarity, which teaches us that everything has its opposite, light and dark, good and bad, love and fear. The key to aligning with this law is recognizing that everything has a purpose, and that contrasts are necessary for growth. Without challenge, we would never experience progress. It is through the contrast that we learn to appreciate the light, and through adversity, we gain strength. Understanding this law allows you to embrace every aspect of your journey, knowing that the struggles are simply the other side of the success you seek. Embrace the challenges, because they are the stepping stones to your personal evolution. The law of rhythm teaches us that everything in life operates in cycles. There are natural rhythms and patterns in the universe, and aligning with them means understanding that everything flows in seasons. There will be times of growth, times of rest, times of action, and times of reflection. When you align with these rhythms, you stop fighting the ebb and flow of life. You accept that both action and rest are necessary for balance, and you trust that everything has its right time. Understanding this law brings peace, because it teaches you to honor each phase of your life and work with its natural timing, rather than pushing against it. The law of divine oneness is one of the most powerful universal laws, reminding us that everything is connected. We are all part of the same universal energy, and every thought, action, and intention we put out into the world impacts the entire web of existence. When you align yourself with this law, you begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. You realize that what you do for others, you do for yourself, and what you do for yourself, you do for the world. This law encourages unity, compassion, and service, understanding that our individual actions have a collective impact. Aligning with these universal laws requires mindfulness and awareness. It's not enough to just know the laws exist. You must consciously choose to live in harmony with them. This alignment requires practice, patience, and a willingness to release old habits and beliefs that no longer serve your highest good. It requires you to consciously create your reality, moment by moment, thought by thought. As you begin to work with the laws rather than against them, you will notice that life becomes smoother, more abundant, and more fulfilling. But true alignment also means trusting the process and surrendering to the flow of life. The universe has a plan for you, and it is always guiding you toward your highest good. Trust that everything that happens is happening for a reason. Even the most challenging experiences are there to teach you, grow you, and move you closer to the person you are meant to become. When you align yourself with the universal laws, you trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor. You release control, knowing that by surrendering to the flow, you will be guided to exactly where you need to be. Living in alignment with universal laws is the key to unlocking your fullest potential. It is the secret to living a life of abundance, joy, and purpose. When you work in harmony with these laws, everything falls into place, and the universe responds with opportunities, synchronicities, and support. It is not about force. It is about flow. It is about stepping into the natural rhythm of life, trusting the process, and allowing your desires to manifest effortlessly. When you align with the universe, you align with your true power. The universe operates on a set of laws that govern everything, whether you acknowledge them or not. Understanding and aligning with these universal laws is the key to unlocking your full potential, manifesting your desires, and living a life of success and fulfillment. These laws are not bound by time, space, or circumstance. They are universal truths that are available to everyone everywhere. When you align your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with these principles, you tap into a greater force, one that guides, supports, and empowers you to create the life you want. At the heart of these laws is the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. Your thoughts and energy are magnetic. They attract similar energy back to you. Every thought you think is sending out a frequency into the universe, and that frequency will return to you in the form of experiences, people, and circumstances. If you focus on abundance, joy, and positivity, you will attract more of the same. However, if you focus on scarcity, fear, and negativity, those are the things you will draw into your life. Aligning with this law means consciously choosing to focus on what you want, rather than what you don't want. It means directing your energy toward your desires and trusting that the universe will deliver them to you in perfect timing. The law of cause and effect, or karma, is another critical law that dictates the universe's actions. Every action you take, every thought you have, and every word you speak sends out a ripple into the world. What you put out, you will receive. This law serves as a reminder that the energy you send into the world is never wasted. It will come back to you in one form or another. Aligning with the law of cause and effect means taking responsibility for your actions, words, and energy. When you take intentional positive action, you are setting the stage for success and positive outcomes. Conversely, negative actions lead to negative results. The law teaches us that we are always in control of the energy we create. and that control directly impacts our experiences. The law of correspondence teaches us that the outer world is a reflection of our inner world. What is happening in your external reality is a direct reflection of what is happening inside of you. If you want to see change in your life, you must first make changes within yourself. Aligning with this law means recognizing the power of your thoughts and emotions. When you shift your inner mindset, you will begin to see shifts in your outer circumstances. It's important to understand that no external change can be permanent until there is an internal shift. Your internal state, your beliefs, thoughts, and feelings must align with the reality you want to create in the world around you. The law of vibration holds that everything in the universe is energy, and energy is constantly vibrating at different frequencies. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions all emit a vibration, and it is this vibration that determines what you attract into your life. When you align with this law, you begin to raise your vibration by practicing gratitude, love, peace, and positivity. A high vibration attracts positive experiences and people, while a low vibration attracts negativity and obstacles. The law teaches you that your energy is a powerful tool, and by intentionally raising it, you can attract the things you desire and align with your goals. It's about choosing to be in alignment with the frequency of abundance, success, and joy. The law of polarity tells us that everything has an opposite, and the universe operates in dualities: light and dark, good and bad, love and fear. Without opposites, we would not have a frame of reference for understanding or growth. This law helps us recognize that challenges and difficulties are necessary for progress. Aligning with the law of polarity means embracing both sides of every experience, understanding that adversity has the potential to bring growth, strength, and insight. When things feel tough, rather than resisting the struggle, you must accept that these challenges are an inevitable part of your journey. The key is to stay focused on your end goal, knowing that the hardship is temporary and will soon be followed by better days. The law of rhythm teaches us that everything in the universe operates in cycles. Life has its natural rhythms, just like the seasons. There are times for action, times for rest, times for growth, and times for reflection. When you align with the law of rhythm, you honor the natural cycles in your life, understanding that everything has its time and place. You stop trying to force outcomes or fight against the natural flow of life. Instead, you learn to trust that each phase has its purpose, and you take inspired action when the time is right, knowing that even the quiet times are valuable for inner growth and preparation. The law teaches you patience and the wisdom to know when to move forward and when to allow things to unfold naturally. The law of divine oneness states that everything is connected. Every thought, word, and action is interwoven with the entire universe. There is no separation between you and others, you and the earth, or you and the energy that flows through all living things. Aligning with this law means recognizing that your thoughts and actions have an impact on the collective whole. The more you understand that your actions ripple out into the world, the more intentional you become with how you engage with others and the environment. This law invites you to embrace unity, compassion, and empathy, knowing that every individual and situation is connected to your own journey in ways you might not always see. The final key law to consider is the law of divine timing. Everything in the universe happens at the right time. It's easy to get frustrated when things don't move as quickly as you would like or when things seem delayed, but divine timing reminds you that there is a greater plan at work. Aligning with this law means trusting the timing of your life. You have to let go of control and trust that the universe is unfolding everything exactly as it should. Patience and faith are key components of aligning with divine timing. It's about recognizing that each step of the journey has a purpose, and the perfect moment for your desires to manifest will come when the time is right. Aligning with the universal laws requires you to be present, mindful, and aware. It's about trusting that everything you need is already within you, and that you are constantly being guided. These laws are not something to force or control, they are principles to flow with. The more you align yourself with these laws, the more effortless success, happiness, and fulfillment become. You start to live in harmony with the universe, and that alignment allows everything in your life to come together in perfect order. When you honor the laws that govern the universe, you are empowered to create a life that is both meaningful and extraordinary. In conclusion, the key to unlocking your full potential lies in understanding and aligning with the universal laws that govern every aspect of your life. When you choose to work with these laws rather than against them, you step into a flow of power, abundance, and success that is available to everyone. The universe is always responding to your energy, your intentions, and your actions. By aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with these universal principles, you can create the life you desire, one that is filled with purpose, prosperity, and fulfillment. Trust in the process, be patient with the journey, and know that every challenge you face is merely an opportunity for growth. The power to manifest your dreams, to live a life of joy and success, lies within you, and it begins with your alignment with these universal laws. When you understand them, embrace them, and embody them, you will experience the profound transformation that only comes from living in harmony with the forces of the universe. Your destiny is yours to shape, and it starts with your decision to align yourself with the infinite potential that awaits you.